Morning, fellow YouTubers. It's Friday. Did I mention it's Friday? Yeah, we're just working on fabricating up some shock brackets. Nothing exciting here, folks. Trust me. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get some stuff done today, boys. Okay, guys. This is what I've come up with, a shock bracket. Because for the top it has an eyelet, and the bottom, what I could finally, or roughly find what I could work for length for shocks, it actually had an eyelet on the bottom too. And I didn't have like yeah, it just wouldn't work what they had there for the original brackets. So what I came up with is this guy. Don't laugh, I'm not done yet. It's a prototype here, people. I'm patenting this garbage. So this part here is going to weld on top of the existing part of the shock mount on the bottom. The other part goes to the top. That's not a problem. That's already it's sitting in there. So all I'm going to do is weld it here, here, there, there. I'll put a little gusset here. And I know that then the shock's going to sit in here. I know it could be a lot of rocking or rolling on there, depending. This is just experimenting till I get something maybe a little bit better, or who knows, this might work. Like I said, I'm using heavy enough steel, so like I said, I'll put a good weld on here and I'll put a gusset there. I'm using heavy enough bolts and everything else, so I think it should be alright, so we'll try anyway. There's going to be enough clearance or travel for the shock both ways, the way I've got it, and I'll show you when I'm all said and done. So I'll weld this up and I'll cut another little gusset here just to give this more strength. So, and then like I said, then I'll clamp it and then weld this all up there, and hopefully it should work. Hopefully. So yeah, shocking good time. Alright, let's get to welding. It's Friday evening. Alright. On a serious note, people, when this car is gone for that weekend, I am going to clean this whole bloody garage up because it's getting smaller. But yeah, that's what happens when you build crap. Alright. So let's weld this bugger up. Okay, that will do. I'll let it cool off. Like I said, I'm going to put a gusset in here. Actually, I can weld that and then we'll put a gusset. Yeah. We'll weld that up. Well, it's penetration when that's getting that hot. Woohoo! Okay, so that'll work. So yeah, we'll let that cool off and we'll put another gusset in there, and then we'll weld it in the car. But yeah, can't wait to clean this garage up. Yeesh. Okay, before we talk about this masterpiece, David Bowie's On the Radio fame. So yeah, that's a win. So anyway, this is my concoction. Don't laugh, people. It should work in theory. I welded my gusset in. I'm going to kind of bevel that off a little bit and just a little bit there and dress it down so there's no sharp edges and it kind of looks a little nicer. It's ugly as hell, I'm not going to lie, but it will work. So yeah, so it's going to be stronger than I need. The car's not that heavy and it should be alright. And you know what, honestly, if it doesn't work, then hey, we'll come up with something better. And but hey, or wear a white trench coat and my scientist will know. So I think it'll work. I'll just dress up everything here a little bit and then we'll bolt it in. Yeah, not too bad. And then like I said, the hardest part of this whole deal is going to be moving the welder that way. So yeah, so no, I'm pretty happy with it. It makes sense in my mind. I don't know, but we'll see. So anything's better than none. Like I said, there's going to be enough travel in the shock to go up and down, so that's not an issue. So I originally wanted to find, but I couldn't find any of the catalogs, was a shock that had it, and I don't know if they even make it, but an eye loop, or the eye hole for the top, but then the bottom part has like the bolt where you tie it in, like, you know, from the top. I think it's vice versa, but that's what it's got on here. So I don't think they made a shock, so I kept looking. So I figured this is probably going to be the best way to do it. So anyway, we're going to sit down, drink my Coca-Cola, listen to some David Bowie before I go in for supper, and then we'll be back. We'll weld this booger in. Hopefully it works. And we'll tell. Well guys, it's been a few days. Shock mounts are actually done. They're all in and installed. I'll show you quickly. I don't know if it hurts bending over, but they are in there, trust me. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is, you can tell, I'm white. You can tell I put the tires back on, gear fluids in the diff and all that stuff. So what I think I'm gonna do is attempt to fire it up and see if it goes through the gears. Like I said, I don't know if my clutch rod is long enough. I'm thinking I might have to extend it and make a bigger one. So this is all trial and error. Like I said, I haven't tried anything. So like I said, I literally just put the tires on. So I'm late. Alrighty guys, let's try this. We'll set the camera up and we'll see what we do here. Hopefully something goes good. Okay guys, we're gonna try to start it. Hopefully my tooth doesn't get stuck on this stupid thing again. Anyway, swirl. Let's try it again. Battery's hooked up. Power. Fuel pump.
Okay, I think the saga is finally going to come to an end for a motor. I'll just give a very quick backstory. Gentleman I worked with was building a prefect, like a 4648 prefect. He was going to put a small block Chevy in it. Supposedly it was supposed to be a rebuilt motor. Unfortunately, it came from a roundy round here in Winnipeg, just outside of Winnipeg. Not the most sometimes trustworthy of people. Bought the motor, supposed to be a good motor. Remember Cory turning it over. Only went one way, turned it the other way. Thought maybe a push rod or a valve was stuck. Pulled the pan, 2 spun rod bearings, a spun main bearing even. Like those motors run hot. Like those guys, they just put the foot to the floor till they don't run no more. Only thing it had, at least it had a decent new wind water pump on her. Supposedly new wind water pump. Hence that's why Cory's like, oh, I'll take it. So okay. Puts it in, the thing leaks. So I think that's the last part on here because the motor's cut up. I think it's in his yard, in his house there, in his foyer for like a diorama. So yeah, it's damn you, Mayor. He's dead now, unfortunately. I can't even make fun of him anymore, but don't buy engines out of round cars. That's all I'm gonna say. It was supposed to have been a rebuilt engine. That's why now, unless you know the person rebuilt, that's just my advice. We've had enough garbage buying from people in life. So anyways, that'll just be just a quick extra. If Cory wants to show up on the water pump, there was a wind water pump there.
It's buried in there somewhere, but yeah.
Anyways,
It's leaking.
Not even worth fixing anymore. Just put another one on.
That's what Derek said you could get maybe a seal kit for.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, but I've already ordered a new one. He'll be here Wednesday.
There you go. Anyways, back to work.
Well, the front seals are finally in. My brakes are done. Finally. Oh, what am I knocking over behind me? Oh, well, doesn't matter. Anyway, they are finally done. Brakes are adjusted. Everything is good to go. So perfect. I'm gonna start putting the wheels back on. I'm gonna monkey around with the steering a little bit, and that'll be all right. So there's a bunch of other little tweakings I got to do. You may notice my hood is gone. I took it to work the other day. Started working on it, so start doing it on lunch breaks and whatnot and get it done. The front sheet metal is all the bolts are in. Everything's just kind of loose because I'll wait till I get the hood on, then I can start adjusting everything. So yeah, that's all right. But yes, the hood is finally gone. So yeah, and while Ryan was gone for a while, I took it upon myself, and the seats are all bolted in. They're all good to go. The roll bar's all bolted in. I bolted my switch. Just all that stuff's good. I still got some monkeying around and cleaning up in here. I'm gonna go out into my shed. I've got some of the plastic corrugated stuff, and I'll use it for a backing for my carpet for the firewall and whatnot. So I'm gonna start that probably tomorrow night. I'm not gonna film. I might film some of it. Who knows? But yeah, I dug out these things. I was looking to see how I can make these things work. They're brand new. I got them from the guy down the street, Kenny, and I've got all the bracketries and the hoops and all that stuff to hook it up, but I don't think I'm smart enough to figure it out. Like, man, that's grade A1 shit right there. So I think I'm just gonna put a loop lap belt. So I think that's what we'll do. I just figured while I had them here, I'd figure it out, but too complicated for me. So I'm thinking, what else can I do? Like I said, a lot of the stuff I'm really just not filming because it's just piddly crap getting done and whatnot. So the underneath, I did finish painting underneath. I'll show you guys later on, but I just don't feel like crawling underneath. But it's all painted black, so that's a bonus. So that's done. Like I said, shocks are all mounted. That's all done. Woo. That's what it is. I'm walking over a hood hinge. So yeah, this is basically all done back here. I'll just clean everything up. Probably in the next video or one of these days, Derek and Chris they'll be out here anyway. But Chris will finish wiring up brake lights and tail lights, and then that's done. So if it gets done for the show, it gets done. If not, we'll do it after the show. But yeah, I don't have the marker lights, but for those, but I'll get ones. I've kind of got an idea what you can make work for those. So, but like I said, that can be an afterthought later on. But yeah. Other than that, just like I said, knocking things down here. I gotta clean this turd up and everything, but everything should be pretty good. So I'm thinking probably in the next episode, probably go for a boot. At least putt down the street anyway. That's my goal anyway. Nothing crazy, just go for a boot around the block maybe. So like I said, sorry these videos aren't the greatest, but hey, it's just getting stuff done, and you know, so. But yeah, the next time you will see it, the hood will be done. I was sanding on that for a while today, laid some more mud, knocked a bunch of stuff off, trying to make it look nice. So yeah, that will be done for in the next few days. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I think I've rambled on enough. Oh yeah, actually, I know I did finish all my steering stuff. Haha, I was just looking at something, but yeah, I did finish that. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave this video. It's not the most exciting, but hey, at least you guys got to see it run and go through the gears. So yeah. So that's a bonus. So I'm pretty excited about that. So as always, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, good or bad. Actually, there are no real bad ones. So anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night, make some chicken fingers and maybe some ice cream. Yeah, that's my plan. Go team. We'll see you guys on the next one.